Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Elnaz Sarraf, the chief executive and founder of a company called Roybi. Thank you for joining us, Elnaz.
Thank you for having me today.
Roybi is in the digital learning space, and you've
That
got
is
an
correct.
interesting product on the market. I'll let you tell us about it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We started Roybi about 2.5 years ago because we saw a huge gap in especially early childhood education. And as you know, the education industry is one of those that it doesn't change that quickly. And we saw a huge need to focus on every child's ability and interest individually, basically. And to make this change happen, the best place to start it is at home. That's why we started Roybi to make a change in their education. And Roybi Robot is an AI-powered educational robot for kids aged 3 to 7 right now. In language learning and basic STEM, comes with over 500 lessons, songs, stories on a daily basis. They go through many subjects, categories. So it is very interesting for them, and it is very interactive, conversational. It can also see the child to say hello and initiate conversations, and also it can create reports for parents and educators to actually see the process of the child.
Step us through how it's used.
So when they buy Roybi, it's very easy to install it. Just take it out of the box and turn it on, connect it to Wi-Fi, and Roybi itself can actually guide you towards the next step. Then there is a short practice time because we want the kids to actually start learning how to interact with Roybi. And after that, the first 2 weeks starts with getting to know each other, exactly like you get to know your friend. Roybi starts learning about the child's interests. It asks about, for example, their favorite food, colors, and Roybi also has favorites, and it shares with the child. And after that, it gets into more complex lessons. Some of the lessons are conversational, as I mentioned, because we want to encourage kids to talk more. 1 out of 12 kids in the United States, according to NIH, have some sort of speech disorder. So that's a really, really big problem. And encouraging children to talk more, it helps them with all the other skills, like even social skills in the future. So afterwards, they talk with Roybi based on certain lessons. It can understand if the child says the word correctly or not. And then some of them, they play game because Roybi's charging plate comes with 3 colorful buttons. And the buttons change color and direction. So according to the lessons, they have to take actions. And that is because, the attention span for children is very short. And we want to make sure that they take certain actions to make it interactive and also fun. And also for them to pay attention to the lessons. So that's how it works. And then for now in the reporting system, we show how many vocabularies they learn, the average time they spend. But of course, as any other products, Roybi is getting better and better every day. And we will be adding many more features as we move forward.
Describe the physical Roybi robot for us. What does it look like?
A lot of people say it looks like an alien, pill-shaped robot. It is very small. It's about 6 inches tall. It has 2 little ears on the top. Some people say it looks like Shrek. And because it has a camera in the middle on the top, and some people described it as minions because it has 1 eye. And towards the bottom on the belly, it has a small screen that shows pictures, emojis, and more interesting part is now we added a feature that Roybi can actually show the child's picture on its belly to make it even more personalized. Then comes that it has 2 little legs and shoes, like donut-shaped shoes, and those are actually the batteries. It has over 8 hours battery. And for the ears part, that part is like a medical degree grade, actually, silicone, and it comes with 2 extra hats, so the kids can actually exchange it. One looks like a cat, the other looks like a unicorn.
What's the age range that Roybi is intended for?
We currently recommend ages 3 to 7, and one of the reasons is that AI is not mature enough to carry on longer conversations. So we recommend that age at the moment, but as the company grows and we have more customers and use cases, hopefully we can extend the age range.
Now, is this designed to be used with one child in a household, or can more than one child utilize this?
More than one child can interact with it. So currently the system can support up to 3 kids. We are still working on the front side development of that. Right now, the parents can install only one child's profile, but very soon we will be adding the option to add more kids, up to 3, and then they can switch between. And the interesting part is we recognize kids based on facial detection and voice recognition, so we can understand each child's progress.
Interesting. Now, with the coronavirus becoming so widespread, many school districts are canceling classes, telling students that they'll be working from home. How do you see Roybi and products like it coming into play?
Yes, you have a great point. I have to say it's an unfortunate situation, but also it's a wake-up call for all the educational institutions, because they are yet not ready. A lot of interaction happens at school, but when kids come home, they don't have the right tools to use for remote learning. And as one of the companies who started the remote and digital learning at home, I do see this becoming more and more in use for many reasons. Right now is, of course, coronavirus. In the future, it could be because of saving cost and time. A lot of children can utilize the products available on the market and even the future products coming on. And utilizing AI is a very, very important matter, because when kids learn at home and the teacher is not right there, it might be a little bit difficult to work on the assessments, but AI can really help to accelerate that, because we can see the child, we can even understand their emotions during the lessons, and teachers have the ability to add the content to, for example, Roybi, and also create certain interactions and see the reports based on using artificial intelligence. So I see that this situation is going to really change the education industry to go more towards learning. We already see some schools started, especially in Asia, which this situation, the coronavirus situation, started much earlier. And I do see that the learning is going to really change in the future. The way that children learn and the way that schools stand today is going to be different in the future.
Tell us about pricing.
Roybi is currently $199. There is no other subscription at the moment. It comes with all the content, features, and it's basically one-time fee and available for purchase.
So there is no subscription involved?
Not at the moment, yes.
So you're looking to perhaps adding more content in the future that could be subscription-based, or what can you tell us?
Yes, possibly. So this year we're starting to work on our second language, which is Mandarin, and soon we will be adding Spanish, Arabic, and more languages. As we have those, these subscriptions would be on demand, of course, and as parents want, they can add it. And we are always also looking for third-party collaborations for content, because as we add more features on Roybi, there are a lot of potentials, I would say, within our software and also hardware. And we are looking forward to partnering with teams that can bring that potential out.
Tell us the story of how this came about.
It's a fun story. It actually started long before we start the company, because I have experience working with parents because of my first company, which we have baby monitors. So I spent over 5 years with parents, understanding their pain points. Education was always something that would come up, but also it is very, very personal to me and the rest of the team. For example, if my education background as a child played a very important role into my life today, entrepreneurship journey. So after a lot of conversation, we realized that specifically early childhood education is missing a huge potential. We haven't been able to see before Roybi to see a good product or tool to change this category for children, and it's a very critical time for them. So we decided to start Roybi and put our technology into a very interesting little robot that is very friendly. It is, according to a lot of people, it's cute, so it grabs the kids' attention. And we've done a lot of research. So when we wanted to start 2.5 years ago, Roybi was not what it is today. So we got a lot of feedback, a lot of changes, and then we decided to finally start in language learning, because as we always say, language is the building block of any other skills, because if kids can communicate, they can basically learn about any other skills in the future.
And you made an acquisition this month, KidSense AI. What does that bring to you?
Yes, it was very exciting, and to some people it was very shocking, because even Roybi itself is a young company, and we've been very fortunate to get this opportunity. And what it means is, a lot of technologies out there for voice recognition are primarily designed for adults. Let's say Google or Siri, they're all focused on adults, but there is really no technology out there to specifically focus on children. And KidSense AI, for the past 5 years, they've been working on ASR, which is Automatic Speech Recognition Engine, only for kids, and they collected and analyzed over 150,000 voice recordings from children to build this engine to understand what the children talk. And it is very different, because when kids talk, the vocabularies could be having many variations. For example, rabbit, yellow, bellow. So it's an amazing technology that now we have that, and adds a lot of value to Roybi, because we can accelerate our development, but also accelerate our language development as well, because it comes with English, Mandarin, Korean, and a few more languages. But also the other interesting part is it offers Edge AI, which means the technology is embedded within the device, so kids can even take Roybi to airplane without internet and still play with it. And also we can extend into regions for kids that they do not have the resources that we have today. So it makes us really, really excited, and we can't wait to make the integration happen and see where Roybi goes in the next couple of years.
And once again, what do you tell parents? What are their kids going to be getting out of this? What are they going to learn to make the roughly $200 investment worthwhile?
Sure. The biggest aspect of Roybi is the voice recognition, because it can understand what the child says, so it can encourage them to talk more. It can correct what they say. and you can even ask them to repeat. And if you don't use it, you lose it, right? And Roybi is a tireless companion. It's always there on a daily basis. It comes with several lessons, so the kids can learn about many subjects. One day could be about family, another science, chemistry, math, many, and keep in mind that the content is continuously being updated. So you will constantly get more updates, and as we add more languages, for example, everything comes over the cloud, so you don't even need to change your Roybi robot. You could just easily add those content over the cloud to Roybi and use it immediately.
Terrific. For more information, the place to go is roybirobot.com. It's ROYBIROBOT.com, roybirobot.com. We look forward to following what's next.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Elnaz Sarraf, thanks for taking the time with us.
Thank you.
Cooking with the power of the sun. Hi, I'm Fred Fishkin, here to tell you about the latest innovation from my friend Patrick Sherwin and his great team at GoSun Stove. The GoSun Fusion has arrived using the company's tried and true reflectors and a solar vacuum tube to get you cooking without the mess of charcoal, heavy propane tanks, or smoke. A really bright idea. And with an optional solar panel and battery storage and the ability to plug in at home or on the road, you really can use the GoSun Fusion to cook anytime and anywhere, day or night, rain or shine. I love what Patrick and his team are doing, and so will you. Want to learn more? Head to gosun.co to check out all of the company's products and innovations, and use the code Techstination to save 10%. That's gosun.co.